Hi there everybody, Rdu here. We have a very interesting patch with Blizzard kind of admitting that the heroes are not balanced. I mean, that was super obvious. And their fix to it is giving armor to the bad heroes, less armor to the better heroes, and no armor to the best heroes. Let's see their list, and I'll tell you what heroes I think are very good to pick according to this, and what heroes I'll try to avoid or pick a little bit less often just based on this list. Again, we didn't play enough and we need to play a lot more to figure out exactly how much 10 armor matters, how much 5 armor matters, and how much does it hurt you to have no armor. We can also understand that the games are gonna go a little bit longer if people pick heroes that give you extra armor, but at the same time, if you pick such a great hero that you just destroy the lobby, you don't care if you have less health, and you don't care if your opponents have more health. So, there's a lot of factors to count here. I'm just looking at this tier list and I'm telling you what heroes I would play more and what heroes I would play less, just based on the armor alone. I have here my good old friend Paint, and let's get going. So, starting in tier 7, I really like AFK, and I think AFK is going to be way better with a little bit of extra armor. She's good mainly in lobbies where free drops are powerful. The mechs with Deflectobot, dragons with Bronze Warden and Taragoza. Maybe demons with Katranatir if you have Rough Weaver in the Tavern. But that's about it. Mostly mech lobbies is where I'll try to play AFK. So yeah, let's circle AFK. Yes, you can see that I have the skills of an artist. I'll just circle the heroes that I would pick more and X the heroes that I would try to avoid. And leave the heroes that I would maybe like sometimes play but sometimes not play as they are. Arana also gets a little bit better. Again, the caveat is, because they're so bad in tier 7, you kind of want to play those in certain situations. So, AFK I would play her mostly in mech lobbies, Arana mostly in elemental lobbies. Arana also would like Murlocs to not be present, because if Murlocs are present, somebody can hard counter you. But yeah, Arana Elementals seems pretty good with so much extra armor. I will definitely give it a try. I will avoid Goof, avoid Pyramid. Lich Bazaar is sometimes playable. I think it would be unfair to say that Lich is unplayable. But this is still unplayable. And Pyramid is still unplayable. Lich sometimes good. Cariel in tier 6. I'm gonna go with the X. We're not playing Cariel. I think Shemvala is actually a powerful pick. And definitely a high roll hero. If the game goes well, you're gonna win the lobby. So it's a hero that can win the lobby, the extra armor is definitely going to help you. Elise? Elise and Toki are interesting. I think Toki is okay. You might even want to pick her more often because of the extra armor. Let's give her the circle. Elise doesn't deserve the circle, but also doesn't deserve the X. I think we leave Elise as is. Sorfang can be good in some meta games, but Glass Cannon comps are pretty bad with Tank and Juggler existing, so he's taking the X from me. I'm not sure. Let's not X the Sorfang. If we're not Xing Elise, let's just leave Sorfang. Wagtoggle definitely never playing her. Rakanishu is actually good. I like Rakanishu. I think in a mech lobby he's good with the extra armor. And never play Rat King. Like, I don't want to see Rat King in my face. I'm joking. Let's make this professional. But yeah, don't play Rat King, please. Curator is like Elise for me. Like, I would rather avoid them. Okay, let's be more decisive. Avoid Curator, avoid Elise. Sorfang is like only hero that in some meta games can work. But very big question mark on him. Actually, I should just put a question mark. Okay. Alex Straza becomes insane. Should be like a exclamation mark instead of like the circle. Eudora also becomes better. Bran is probably like the most crazy hero. Like, I would say Bran with Murlocs Elementals and a decent start is like tier 1. And they're putting it tier 5. Bran is like the craziest of the crazy. And overall tier 5 with Alex, Eudora, Bran seems nutty to me. This seems like the most crazy tier. Let's mark here with an exclamation mark. That's like the tier to like go for. It has a lot of interesting heroes. Cat is also interesting. Always avoid Illidan. Always avoid Jaraxxus. Patchwork, whatever. Testing some meta games. Krag and Yasharash are like sometimes playable. Let's give those question marks. Because I don't think Krag and Yasharaj, even though good, are at the same level as like other heroes. And I'm not gonna do anything to Tess and Patchwork because they're sometimes okay. Patchwork is gonna give you like a billion health. Whoops. Patchwork is gonna give you like a billion health. So I think like he can sometimes be playable. But yeah, generally I'm not gonna go for it. Okay. Tier 4. Deathwing is okay. Galakon is great. Both Deathwing and wait, that's a weird circle. Both Deathwing and Greybow are very good when you have Demons, Beasts, Mechs. And both kind of want to stay on 1 until 5 gold. And then skip Tavern 2. And then stay a bit on 3, go to 4. Stay quite a bit on 4, go to 5. And if they're strong enough, can even go to 6. To be honest, that's what Deathwing wants to do. Greybow just stays on 4 a bit more. Both are good heroes. Both are very good heroes. I'll give them the circle. I'll give Greybow the circle for sure. Deathwing is the question mark. I think Deathwing is a bit more extreme version of Greybow. Mukla is also playable in mech lobbies. Not good enough to get the circle. Shadowwalk gets the circle because Shadowwalk is insane if you have Beasts and Murlocs both available. If you have Beasts and Murlocs, Galawix becomes very good. Pirates Elementals also help a lot. I think Pirates are probably better than a token archetype just because of the Gambler and because of the Hogar. In my experience, I think this hero is kind of bad. I don't want to X it because it's still a new hero. People might find ways to play it. Let's just avoid Sindragoza. Let's avoid Nosdormu. And let's avoid Kel'Thas. Zephrys is a question mark as well. But we leave Zephrys and Tamsin because they're okay. I mean, Zephrys is okay, Tamsin is a question mark. Let's just put a question mark with this. Okay. But yeah, tier 4 seems pretty good. I like tier 4 as well. So far tier 4 and 5 seem to be the best. To pick heroes and the good heroes and still get a good amount of armor. Now, we're going to tier 3. I think Edwin gets better. Edwin mech lobbies is nice. I like this as well, especially with Quillboars getting a small buff. I like Barov a lot. Barov is a very good hero if you have like a very good understanding of the game. No matter what metagame you're at and what rank you're at, if you understand your rank, if you play enough to understand your rank very well, Barov is gonna be a good pick. Just have to analyze the lobby. It's a little bit hard to play for like new players, but I think if you play a lot of Battlegrounds, it's a good pick. Maleficent is bad for tier 3. I would say she's sometimes like tier 6 or 7, like avoid. Patches in some metagames can be good, especially with Pirates getting buffed. I'll give my boy Patches a question mark with green. Ragnar was the same. Max got a little bit worse without Gracebot. Games get longer, so you'd think that Ragnaros gets better, but like, is +3/+3 per turn that much great? That's why I'm putting it with a question mark. Reno, very good pick. Also, you get more time on it. Silas, pretty good pick for tier 3. Why not? Finley, very good pick because you can pick a tier 1 hero and get extra armor. Seems very good to me. Tiketus, with games going longer, Tiketus gets more time to get the powerful turn 12 prize. And sometimes maybe even turn 16 prize, like who knows. But yeah, games going longer benefits Tiketus. Vol'jin is good in mech Quillboar lobbies, but he's not like game breaking. And I'm not gonna give him anything, I'll just leave it as is. Yogg is not really a hero that I would avoid, but not really a hero that I'm gonna rush picking. So I'll just leave Yogg as is. Tier 3 seems good. Like the only hero I would completely avoid from tier 3 is Maleficent. She seems way too bad and outclassed by the other picks here. Now, tier 2 is the one that I have most question marks about. Like, Alak here is good, and getting a bit of extra armor is perfectly fine. Khotun? Trash in the current meta. Giga avoid Khotun. George can be good with Quillbors in. I'm not gonna rush to pick George, but if Quillbors are in, if Morlocks are in, you get a bit of extra armor. I think he's a good pick. Let's give him a circle. Now, Kurtrus is a decent hero overall, can get you a decent placement, but he's not tier 2. He should have been tier 3 or tier 4 to warrant the pick. As tier 2, hard avoid. Same kind of with Maev, and same kind of with Malygos. So, I'm not gonna give the X to Malygos because I think he's good in token lobbies. I'm not gonna give the X to Maev because I think she's also playable in some situations. But they're borderline, like, I'm not super happy with this. Nuzov gets the X. Zamzarak? He's good in some spots. Lich King gets the X. I'm not playing Lich King just because of a bit extra armor. Zarella is okay. Zarella is probably the best out of her, Zamzarak, Malygos, and Maev. I don't know. I'm not super happy with this. Like, all these heroes are not really an X, but they're not really a circle either. I would put like a question mark on tier 2. That's the tier I'm most worried about. Like, I would rather pick a tier 5 hero over a tier 2 hero in most situations, considering the extra armor. Now again, I haven't played enough to know exactly how much extra armor matters. Like, maybe Maev with 2 or 3 armor, I don't know how much he gets, is better than if Bran gets 5 armor. But if Bran gets 8 armor or 7, Maev gets 2, I'm picking Bran in a Murloc lobby, like with my eyes closed. That's the thing. Now, let's discuss tier 1 picks. So, tier 1 picks, nothing changes for them. They get 0 armor. The thing is, I think a lot of heroes get balanced by being in tier 1. Let's look at Omu. I'm not going to start at the top with Rafa, I'm going to start with Omu. Omu, for example, benefits from games going longer, but because she doesn't get any armor herself, she doesn't really benefit that much. So, wouldn't Omu be a better fit in like tier 2 or tier 3? No, because if they would put Omu tier 2 or tier 3, she would be busted, because the only thing Omu needs is a little bit of extra health, a little bit of extra time, and then just smacks the lobbies. So I think it's fine that Omu is tier 1, even if it's gonna make her a little bit worse, because she's not gonna be like game breaking. Same for Flurgle. Like, they put the dangerous heroes, the heroes that can win the games if they have a bit more time, in tier 1. And I'm happy with that. I think that's a good decision. Same for Izera. Like, is Izera worth it to be tier 1? In my opinion, in the current meta, no. But if they would put Izera in any other tier, people would just go for Taragoza and Promo Drake, hit it and just win the lobbies and abuse the fact that Izera has extra armor. So, yeah. Now, what are the good picks and what you should avoid? I mean, I would avoid Rafam. I don't think he's worth playing just because he's Rafam with 0 extra armor. Hooktusk is still a great pick in tier 1, and so is Cookie. By the way, the best results I had on Cookie was staying on Tavern 1 and hitting triples due to the nature of the fact that the hero power works more consistently at giving you triples since there's only 2 minions per archetype. I will give you an example. I start the game by buying an Alley Cat, I hero power a Hyena. I get offered another Alley Cat, and I have another Hyena in the shop. That's guaranteed triple. I buy the second Alley Cat, and then I just hero power the Hyena. I hero powered 2 beasts. There's only 2 beasts on Tavern 1. I will always get offered Alley Cat and Hyena. So, that's insane. By the way, I never try to hero power 3 of the same archetype on tier 1 to see what I get offered. Because you get offered like 1 per each, right? I don't know how that would work. It would be weird. Regardless, those 2 heroes are great. Daryl is okay, Omu is okay, but I wouldn't really like blindly pick them. I think it depends on the meta, for example, and the lobby. For example, Daryl wants mechs, Omu wants a slow meta. Flurgle in some spots is very good, but again, not an auto pick. Galing is kind of like an avoid hero. Galewing getting no extra HP, I would try to avoid it. I really don't like Galewing that much more than Cookie right now. Also, if you play Cookie like you played Galewing and go 3-on-3 every time, you're not gonna have as good results as just playing slower and going for armor. Janice is still very good, and in double token lobbies I would pick it. I mean, same applies for Hook Task. Very good in double token lobbies. Panda still very good in my opinion, even with 0 armor. Millhouse Elementals still very insane. It's a whack circle. Millhouse Elementals still very insane. Then we have Mutanus. In the right lobby, he's still very strong. Sneed is very insane. And again, Izera is in the Omu Frugal category where he's good at she's tier 1. Sometimes you might even pick her in a slow meta game. But the fact that other heroes get armor and she doesn't nerfs her. But yeah, these are my picks. These are the heroes that you should definitely almost always pick. And the X's are almost always avoid. But again, there are situations and situations. Like if I'm offered Rafam, Khatoon, Pyramid, and Sorfang, you can bet I'm picking Rafam still. I'm not picking Sorfang because of the extra armor. But I still like that the armor picks make it more interesting. Because for example, maybe I'll pick a Toki or a Rakanishu over a Rafam because I get extra armor on them. And they're a green in my book, whereas Rafam is an X. Sometimes I'll pick an X, like I'll pick Rafam over like a very low green, like AFK. But I don't know yet. I need to be put in that position, try it once and see how it goes, to pick the lower tier here that gets extra armor over the high tier here that doesn't, and then I'll be able to like make a more accurate decision what I will do and how I will play. This seems interesting. Again, in a perfect world, all the heroes would be balanced, and we wouldn't need extra armor to balance things. We are not in a perfect world, and let's see how this plays out. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. I think Blizzard also wants to hear what you guys think, so let your opinion down in the comment. I'm gonna try to read it, and let's see how this patch plays out. I'm looking forward to playing it a lot. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. More videos to come soon. Bye.